Monetary. It's time the monkey climbed the money tree.
If I ask you right now how much money you need to finally feel happy, what number pops into your head? 50 lakhs? 1 crore? 10 crores? Every person has a number, but here's the plot twist. That number is fake. It's not real. Your brain invented it. And what's even crazier is that the moment you reach that number, it will quietly, shamelessly slide the goalpost further away. Today, we are going to break down exactly how much money affects your happiness through biology, evolution, psychology, and the monkey brain logic that runs your life without your permission. By the end of this video, you will know the real amount of money you actually need to be happy. And no, it's not what you think. Let's start with your brain. Specifically, a tiny peanut-shaped part of it called the nucleus accumbens. This is the reward center. This little fellow is responsible for every hit of excitement that you feel. A sale on your favorite shopping site? Activated. Someone sends you money? Activated. Your crush texts you back? Activated. It works the same for money. But here's where the trap begins. Your reward center is not designed for satisfaction. It's designed for survival. In ancient times, this brain region pushed humans to get more food, more shelter, more mates, and more safety. If your ancestors had ever said enough, they would have died. So evolution designed your brain to never be satisfied. Fast forward to now. Instead of chasing berries and safety, you chase salary, net worth, and lifestyle upgrades. But the brain machinery is the same. That is why the money never feels enough. Not because you're greedy, because your brain is using ancient survival software in today's modern financial world. Let's talk in numbers. Scientists ask thousands of people a simple question. How much money do you need to be happy? And almost everyone across countries and different income groups gave the same answer. About 1.5 to 2 times what I make right now. Think about how insane that is. If someone earns 40,000 a month, they say happiness lives at 70,000. If someone earns 2 lakh rupees a month, happiness magically arrives into their life at 3 lakhs. If someone is earning 10 lakh rupees a month, suddenly they need 15 lakhs. Same brain, bigger salary, and the same moving target. This phenomena is called the hedonic treadmill. Imagine running on a treadmill that speeds up every time you level up in your life. The moment you get the promotion, your brain increases the speed. The moment you buy a nicer phone, the treadmill speeds up. The moment your lifestyle gets upgraded, happiness moves out of reach again. It's the monkey mind's favorite game, endless chasing of happiness. Let's make this a little more real. Do you remember the first time you earned money? That feeling wasn't that crazy. You were proud of yourself and you felt powerful. But think about how you feel about your income now. Is that thrill still there? That thrill is gone, isn't it? But why? Not because your money became less valuable, but because your brain has adapted to that amount of money. It is now normalized. Your baseline for happiness has shifted upward. This is why you never feel rich. Even when you technically are making more than the younger version of you that you ever dreamed of, the monkey brain refuses to celebrate. It keeps whispering to you, what about the next milestone? And the next, and the next, and the one after that? Let's flip the perspective, shall we? What is the real amount of money that creates happiness? Biology actually gives us a very specific answer. You need enough money to eliminate chronic stress. Chronic stress is the real villain in anybody's life. When you can pay rent comfortably, eat comfortably, handle emergencies comfortably, and have a little bit left to enjoy life without fear, your nervous system calms down. This is the money that buys happiness, not money that buys luxury, money that buys safety, money that makes your body feel secure. Your body doesn't care about a Lamborghini, but it deeply cares about not being in danger. And financial danger feels exactly like physical danger to your nervous system. That is why the first jump in income brings the highest happiness because the body goes from survival mode to safe mode. But after safety, every increase adds less and less amount of happiness. Your mind thinks earning more will make you happier, but your biology is like, bro, we are safe now, the rest is just your ego. The real fun begins when you understand this. Money, after a certain point, mostly buys just one thing: comparison. Humans don't compare themselves to survival. They compare themselves to their neighbors, friends, colleagues, and influencers that they have never even met. You don't want to be rich, you want to be richer than someone. You don't want a high income, you want a higher income than the person you secretly compete with. You don't want comfort, you want status. That's the monkey mind taking over again. But let's get practical. What is the actual amount of money that buys happiness for the average modern Indian? Research and economic modeling say something shocking. Most Indians feel a dramatic drop in stress when they earn enough to cover housing, food, healthcare, transportation, and savings without sacrificing sleep. This amount usually ranges between 50,000 to 1 lakh rupees a month, depending on the city and the person's lifestyle. That is the safety threshold where biology relaxes. Anything beyond this can add comfort, convenience, experience, and freedom. But it cannot give you a permanent boost in happiness. Because happiness is not created by money. Happiness is created by the absence of stress and the presence of meaning. So here's the mind-blowing twist. Money does buy happiness, but only the beginner version, the basic starter pack, the upgraded happiness, the long-term fulfillment, the stable satisfaction, that all does not come from money. That comes from purpose, relationships, health, and excitement for your future. Money acts like a solid foundation. Without that foundation, everything shakes. With that foundation, you can start to build. But no building will ever feel complete if your brain keeps moving the end goal. So, here's the real secret. You don't need more money, you need a better relationship with money. So, as I always say, financial freedom is not the finish line. It's just the altitude where your perspective changes. And if that made your monkey mind pause and think, then hit subscribe, like, and comment your thoughts below. Join us every week as we weave biology, finance, and evolution into one big climb together up the money tree. Thanks for watching. I'll be in my tree if you need me. See you soon, right here on Monetary.